Hello, 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 my lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. I have a quick announcement before I get into the piles. If you like ASMR, or whispering, positive, vibey videos, I know a lot of people are into that. I have received that request for years and years now that I've been doing my channel to start an ASMR channel, and I have done that. I don't think I can link it yet because it doesn't have enough subscribers in the text box, but I might be able to pin one of the videos in the comments, so I'll try to do that. As I'm recording this, I don't know if I actually can, so we'll see, but it's A Journey in Light ASMR. If you look on my community tab on my main page, there is a link for that if you're interested. If you're not, no big deal. If that's not your jam, if you think it's weird, no biggie, but it's just me and more of a calm, collected, whispering voice, kind of my channeling voice. Reading, I'm going to do just inspirational stuff and videos like that. Okay, so back to this. We are doing your week ahead. We are going to go over what you can expect in the next 7 days from whenever you're finding this. This is a timeless reading. I have 3 piles for you today. So pile 1 is Himalayan quartz cluster. That was sent to me all the way from Nepal. So amazing. Thank you, Sanita, for sending that to the channel. Pile 2 is this chrysanthemum stone. So it has a fossilized imprint of this chrysanthemum flower on it. And pile 3 is graphic amazonite. So amazonite that has graphite in it. So take a deep breath. Go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, feel free to watch more than one. You could have a really busy week. As always, I appreciate all your guys' support. If my work has helped you, don't forget to like or comment, even if it's just an emoji. That really helps my channel out. I also want to say a special thank you for anyone who watches any of the adverts, even if it's like 30 seconds. Again, really helps me out. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you guys at your pile. I'll leave these up for a moment, or you can pause the screen if you're still deciding. Thanks, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 1. You guys pick this Himalayan quartz cluster that's all the way from Nepal. And that was sent to the channel by Sanita. Thank you so much. Along with some other really cool, like this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Beautiful. So we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead. Real quick, someone asked me, I'd already filmed my intro to discuss my rings. And a lot of people do ask me about them. So this is Lohr, this is Charoite, this is Amethyst, and this is Moldavite. And yes, this Moldavite is what they say it is. I've had this for, I think, almost 3 years, and my life is completely different than when I first got it, but I'm aligned to where I'm supposed to be. So, anywho, not sure if anyone's interested in about a Moldavite story, but woo! All right. Anyways, but we are going over what you guys can expect this week in the next 7 days, what to keep in mind, things that may come up, and possibly some advice about those things. So, as always, I start with the tarot. This is the Fairy Tarot cards by Radley Valentine, and you guys have the 9 of Autumn and the Dreamer, which is the 9 of Pentacles and the Fool. So definitely some new beginnings, feeling very secure and abundant this week. A lot of things just working out, possibly just feeling really good in your own skin is the way this is coming in. Sorry. Okay. Just realized that was really low. But I want to read them. It says, reward yourself for all your hard work. Being happily and successfully self-employed, cherish your time alone. So some of you guys could be moving into self-employment. Maybe you've been thinking about that. Maybe that's your sign. And maybe that's your sign to take that risk to go to self-employment. Being your own boss, that kind of thing. It says, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. I do want to point out the cardinal here. So for some of you guys, if you know recently lost a past loved one, there's a nod there to that. And let's keep moving forward. But overall energy, guys, feeling very secure, abundant, self-reliant, and ready for a new start, a new beginning. Dream the big dreams with the fact that it's called the Dreamer here. You guys have worthiness and receptivity. So things are coming in as your self-worth grows, as your self-concept grows. You are just an open vacuum for things to come flowing into you. So this is also feeling that a feeling of abundance and feeling true and very comfortable in your own skin. As I'm recording this, we are running into Virgo, or we're currently in Virgo as I'm recording this. So it's very much that earthy, like secure energy. The downside of Virgo can be a little bit of perfectionist. So if you're trying to make a new start and you're trying to make everything perfect before you get done, that might not be the route. Just get it going and you can perfect it as you go. A lot of things are learn as you go, and it's okay to not have things be perfect from the get-go. But just know that you're worthy, and this is a week that things are going to be rushing in. Again, you're going to be very open and receptive to a lot of abundance, and abundance isn't always financial. It looks lots of different ways, so pay attention to that. We have Read, and on here she's reading a ghost story, and there's a lot of classics. Oh, we actually have abundance back here. Hello from heaven. Oh my gosh, I've never read this card. So someone definitely is getting a nod from a past loved one. I have total goosebumps about that. But reading should be a big point this week, or take time to read something, something that nurtures your soul, maybe something that puts you more in alignment to where you're trying to go. And if you're starting a new business, learning stuff is really important this week for you guys on pile 1. We have the journal. So also kind of writing things down, getting things out of your head and onto paper, I hear is going to be very important. Some of you guys could also be getting a written letter from someone telling you something, or someone going to be coming across, possibly some old journals, things like that, and maybe realizing how far you've come in your life. But journals or journaling is going to be important. If it's something you've been wanting to do, possibly like looking up journal prompts and doing some shadow work, stuff like that is great as well. All right, we have a release attachment. So there's something that you need to release, and that could be, it says, be free of expectations, feel great about letting go. Longing gives the vibe of not having. So sometimes just a tweak of our expectations of how things are supposed to be turning out is all that we need to move forward. So you're being guided to release some sort of attachment this week, but it really feels like attachments to an expectation of this certain thing playing out in a certain way. I hear that, like it's going to be way better than you're expecting. So stop being so focused on it being exactly this way when it can be greater than that, probably greater than you've dreamed. Like allow yourself to dream bigger. You might be dreaming too small about something. So just release the attachment of the exact way it's going to play out, and just focus in on what it is that you want to bring in a broader sense, and allow it to come in. So next we have expansive. We have books here again. So again, reading is going to be very important. It says, every day I'm learning new things and expanding my highest potential. So this is a week of learning, gathering information, expanding your knowledge base, and expanding possibly your growth as well. These are the mindful messages. I just started another channel, an ASMR channel. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I felt super cringy after I released the video. So even me, a YouTuber, has been doing this a long time, doing new things. I'm like, oh gosh, was I supposed to do that? But if that's your kind of jam, it's a journey in light ASMR. If you're interested in that, I'm going to be, in my first video, I'm reading these. So, in a soft-spoken way. Not too many clicks and stuff like that, but along just like soft-spoken ASMR. But I'm going to be sharing positive and inspirational kind of stuff, and I might talk about crystals and spirituality. I haven't decided where I'm going with it yet. I'm just taking that leap. So maybe this is my pile. Anyways, but so yeah, you know, it's like doing that thing, even if you don't quite know what step you're going in, just go for it, and you'll expand as you go this week. You guys got listen to your intuition. So where's your gut pulling you? What are the nudges you're getting? And when we're listening to our intuition, the best way, because some people are like, I don't know, like I can't tell what my intuition is. One big key factor for your intuition versus your ego/fear, if the answer is frantic and nervous and scared, that's not your intuition. Your intuition is always going to be a calm answer. If you can't sort through that other stuff just yet, that's where, you know, you need to work on meditating, balancing things out, quieting your mind, and asking yourself questions. The answer still may be the same, like if it's a no, but that no should always be calm, not coming from a fearful place. Your intuition comes from a higher level, a higher vibrational level where that isn't involved. Like nervousness, fear, all that is very 3D, very earth, and very ego. Your intuition is above that. So it'll always be a calm knowing. Like if you can think of an instance where you're like, I just knew I wasn't supposed to do that, and you didn't know why, but you weren't afraid of it. You just were like, that's your intuition, you telling you no, or telling you yes. I don't know why I did that, but I just knew I was supposed to. Like that very just calm. And so learning to tap into that and really trust that is your intuition that's trying to guide you. So you're really being guided to really listen. There's so much wisdom in your intuition here with, you know, with the moon, and then we have this owl here. Financial health. So not only did you guys have this 9 of Autumn, you guys have this financial health card. So things should be like really working out for you abundantly this week. I feel like it's coming with a sense of a lot of hard work behind it. So this is like the hard work is paying off kind of vibes for you guys coming in here with this. And then we have smoke and mirrors. So understand that something might not be exactly what it seems, that you may need to see through the smoke and see things more clearly with this card. There is a storm that's rolling in, so you guys are going to hear the thunder with that, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so you guys caught smoke and mirrors. I just realized I didn't pull the love section, so we're doing this on camera. So for pile 1, before we get to letters and charms, what do they need to know for love this week? I will not be doing extended. I really didn't have time today to get all of that done. It triples my workload for these readings when I do them. So there is some regret around love. So either someone's going to be coming in, letting you know that they feel regretful. You possibly may be regretting some things, or possibly may need to be some energy to forgive yourself for some past discretions, or forgive someone else is kind of how this energy is coming in. Let's see. And then freedom. So when it comes to love, you may just decide that you don't want to be in that energy. This may be a week where you're just feeling like, I need to be free from that. I'm very self-sufficient. Again, 9 of Pentacles is very independent energy. So you may just be more comfortable sitting there, and you may feel more free. But I'm also hearing, if you have regrets about something and you can't change it, please forgive yourself. And if you need to forgive others, not that you even need to tell them, but forgive them for yourself. I know that's a really hard thing, and sometimes people fight me in the comments about that. Feel free. You do you. I'm just, letting you know that forgiveness is typically for yourself, not necessarily for that other person. It's to free yourself from that old baggage, that old pain, that old thing that you're holding on to. And if you're not ready to let go of that, that's fine too. But when you are, consider it. But there is a sense of freedom this week around love. Some of you guys may be like finding the freedom to get out there again. I don't know. This can be read a couple different ways. And on the bottom of the deck, you guys did have passion. So my guys just told me to flip it over. So for some of you guys, could be a very passionate, butt grabby kind of week too when it comes to love. But let me pull your letters and charms. Yeah, I kind of put this together real quick because I was like, do I have time to try to get this reading in before I go get my kids from school in the rain? And here we are trying to make it happen. So, all right. Pile 1. I'm going to pull our zodiac dice first. Who is pile 1 going to heavily deal with this week? It's Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing heavily with a Scorpio or the energy of Scorpio, which is 8th house kind of stuff. Kind of the taboo, the occult, secrets could be coming out this week. And then you guys have the 3rd house, which is Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So all about communication. We're starting, as I'm recording this, we're running into I think the shadow of Mercury retrograde. So that could be some past stuff coming up for you guys around a Scorpio and some communication involving that. All right, let's get some letters for pile 1, please. All right, we have a K, a P, an R, an A, and a Z. So you can make whatever. I don't know what I was just thinking. Anywho, spell whatever you want. I know it makes words. I can't ever see them properly when I'm here. Let me pull your guys' charms. So what else for pile 1 do they need to know for their week ahead? Please, 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 and thank you. A lot. Okay. First, we have judgment. So things could be coming to light. You could be coming, like some information could bring you literally feeling like you're being brought back to life this week. Some of you guys could have a layer of a spiritual awakening going on, or just being open up to some new information. We have Libra in here as well. So you also could be dealing with some Libras. We have like and play. I'm going to stick with play. I always suggest to try to find more fun in your days. We have the Lover's card. So, you know, there is some lover energy, love energy in your week, possibly a Gemini as well. But yeah, so some love coming out of there. We do have bookworm. Gosh, you guys had so much book stuff. I love that this popped up. So this is the week to get your learn on, guys. This is very supported. Make sure things are tightened up, especially we are getting, you know, again, as I'm recording this, it's timeless reading, but getting into Mercury retrograde. So whenever this paperclip comes up, it's like, make sure you have your attachments, make sure everything's crisp, but this has to do with communication. So I would say with emails, things like that, make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We have this cat in a box, which always just also reminds me of this play energy. Be playful this week. Try to have some fun. I know we have some pretty serious energy with that 9 of Pentacles, but you did have the Fool, so jumping out there. We have an S here too, which is funny because I was thinking spaz when I moved this, and I moved it over and I'm like, oh, there's not an S, but hey, I'm psychic. So we have 2 elephants here. So for elephants, for me, is always very family oriented and nostalgic. It gives me that 6 of Cups kind of vibe. Thinking about the past, possibly someone from your past coming back up or popping back up, either in your thoughts or in your reality. Possibly I'm also hearing in dreams. We have this heart on this little t-shirt here. So I feel like someone's going to be expressing their love in a full force kind of way from the heart. So some of you guys could be hearing from somebody about, you know, some love. We have a dragonfly, which is another nod to past loved ones for me. So that's been coming up strong. We have the Tree of Life here. So I'm hearing you'll feel really rooted and grounded this week. And then you also have the iceberg. So the iceberg is the message is there's a lot more below the surface that you're not seeing. It's kind of a similar message to the smoke and mirrors, that things might not always be as they appear on the surface, that there's something deeper going on in a connection in your life or someone somewhere in your life. So I'm hearing, don't take everything at face value this week. Try to get some more information if you're uncertain, and there might be some more stuff, or someone may be deeper than you expected. I'm going to hold those up for you guys. And I know sometimes they mean something different to you. Twin elephants might mean something to somebody that's popping up, or double elephants, double nostalgic. I'm not really quite sure, but there is all your energy and charms, my friend. And I'm going to end this here. As always, if this helped, or if you like this, please don't forget to drop me an emoji. That really helps me, as a comment. And I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Again, there's no extended today. I just don't have the time to triple this reading today. So thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye guys. Hello, my lovely friends, for pile 2. So we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead, what you can look forward to, maybe some stuff to keep in mind, and possibly some advice depending on what comes out. You guys pick this chrysanthemum stone. So it's not really sure what kind of rock this is or stone that is, but it's just has a chrysanthemum flower that's kind of been dried or fossilized onto it. So it's pretty cool. I really dig it. So let's see what you guys can expect for the week. We'll start with your tarot for your overall energy. That's kind of sitting on top of everything, and then we'll pull or look through the other oracle cards as well. You guys had the Magician and the Empress. So I'll read these cards. It says, you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. And then time to take action. The power of creativity. Success that allows for a life of luxury. So definitely energy of both of these cards have success. This is about, again, manifesting things, having power, stepping into your power, stepping into your confidence, and empowering yourself. Again, both cards are very much an empowering energy. So that is going to be this overcast of your week. Very abundant. Just really, there's a lot of green here. So very heart-led, heart chakra centered here. Possibly connecting with nature this weekend as well with the Empress energy. Possibly for some of you guys could be a very fertile time. Keep that in mind. Either way, but sometimes that can, the Empress can represent like pregnancy, but it just can represent creativity. So, or creation. So creating things. So it could be a really good time if you've been trying to create a new, life for yourself, a new project for yourself. This would also be in that energy of both of these cards, and especially together, it's just like super powerhouse. When I pulled those, I was like, oh, hot damn. So you guys have some really intense magical, basically, that like Midas touch energy going on this week. Then you guys have serendipity. I know it's hard to read on this card, but so serendipity. So some things could just it's like very synchronistic. Things are just falling into place almost as if by magic this week. So this is really good. Let's see what else, you guys. We have willing release. This is about letting things go, not necessarily holding on to them, but letting things go with the expectation of knowing that once you do, you create space for things to come rushing in. So there may be something that you guys need to let go of this week. That can look at lots of different things. For some of you guys, I'm hearing just like physical baggage around your house, like clutter, things like that, kind of detoxing your home, just cleaning out things. For others of you, it may be actually releasing old thought patterns or processes that are no longer serving you. And for others, it may be a people, place, situation, letting that go, with kind of like letting it go with grace, accepting it for what it is, and letting it be. So that's there as well. Let's see. What cards do I have here? Where do I want to go next? Okay. We have finding. So you could be finding something, but I also feel like you're like finding old pieces of yourself. You really should feel like your most empowered, your best self, your most authentic self with this overall energy. So this, like how she's holding on to herself is just really reminding me of like truly finding who you're meant to be. We have a butterfly here. Trying to see if that's two butterflies. We have these same dandelion little, we have butterfly here too, like releasing and finding. So as you let things go that, again, are no longer you, maybe outdated versions of yourself, and allowing those to no longer, you're not that person anymore, and really stepping into your own authenticity this week, and transforming. But I just keep hearing like you're going to be like, oh, like this is me. And I'm finally like where all my hard work, everything is finally working out. Things are falling into place in a very magical kind of serendipitous way here. And, you know, you have to make room for that though. So if you're holding on to old things, again, that don't serve you, I know it's not always the easiest thing is letting some things go, but you can think of it as so something better can come in. You have follow your bliss, do what inspires you, creativity, a new direction, heart meets mind. You know, we had this heart-led kind of energy. No fear-based decisions. So don't allow fear to prompt you into what you're doing. Allow your bliss, allow what sparks you up this week to really follow that. Again, being heart-centered, heart-led this week. You guys had the locket, which is the heart. Let me pull my book real quick. I apologize. I know what this means, but so there's love, romance, generosity and caring, harmony and emotional security for you guys this week. So, you know, I feel like your heart's going to be very protected. We have cherishing on here. There's all these different words, tenderness. So, you know, this is also a week about like romance coming in, loving yourself, allowing others to love you and love your most authentic self. I feel like if you guys have like been afraid to show who you really are to people or afraid you won't be accepted, you're just going to really be like, this is who I am. Either you can accept that or you can't, you know, but you're really just being the most authentic version of yourself and feeling very empowered to do so there with that. You guys got let go. I remember both of these coming out and I was like, okay. And we have another butterfly. So again, letting things go, like think of it as the caterpillar that you were, allowing that to go so you can transform into this beautiful butterfly. So this willingness to just be okay with letting some things go this week. You guys had stargaze, so don't forget to look up at the star, be in wonderment of the great cosmos that's out there. Some of you guys may have some experiences. Again, we have this romance kind of coming in. May get a chance to look at the stars with somebody else, but I'm hearing just stop and appreciate it. At the time, this is a timeless reading. At the time I'm recording this is a new moon in Virgo today. Well, when it's releasing, it's right around the new moon in Virgo. So you might not be able to see the moon too much or just a little sliver of it, but this week, you know, it'll be coming back. It'll be in its waxing phase, so it'll be getting bigger as the week goes on. But just, you know, just take a moment to appreciate that kind of stuff. You know, it's like we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle. And again, this is going to be a pretty exciting week for you guys. Very fun, exciting. I don't think like overbearing energy, you know, exciting. This is like doing what you love, exciting. So it's like almost take a moment to like sit there and gaze at the stars and appreciate everything that you've worked for, everything that's coming true, and everything that's on its way to you this week. Then you guys have balance. I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. So that's also important for you guys this week to make sure you are balancing your needs versus the needs of everybody else around you. All right, I forgot to pull love cards before I started this reading, so we're just gonna do it on screen. I'm not doing an extended in love this week because I just didn't have time in my schedule to triple this reading. So there won't be an extended. So this is pretty much the only look that we're getting in love this week. But let's see. So for pile 2, what can they expect for love? And then I'll pull letters and charms for you guys. Let's see, what is coming this week in love for pile 2? Chemistry. You know, you guys did have this romance, so there's some chemistry bubbling up, some interactions that may spark some just those fun internal feelings of chemistry. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, we also had confusion and security. So there could be something that is confusing still in your love connections this week. But overall, you should feel like mostly secure and secure in who you are. Again, that feeling of really being authentic to yourself. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's a little confused. Take that as you will, but there is some confusion there. Or you're just like really thinking about, does this really serve me? Like maybe for some of you guys, this is the willing release you need. There may be a connection that is leaving you confused. And do you really want to be there anymore? Do you want to be in that energy of being confused and unsure? And maybe it's time to let that go. So that could be for some of you guys what that release is about. All right, let's pull your letters and charms for the week. I'm going to always start with zodiac dice. So this is someone that you could be dealing with heavily this week, or the energy of this sign. So we have Aries coming in. So that first house kind of energy, that self house. You could be an Aries. You could be dealing with someone that's an Aries, or just being very self-focused this week. And then house number 6, which is Virgo. So routines, cleaning out clutter, getting things in order, being very logical and analytical about some stuff and routines in your life is where this energy is sitting. And these could be like, if we pair these energies together, it could be very favorable for you to focus on your routines about yourself and your health, because the 6th house is also about your health. So if you want to start a new workout routine, things like that, that would be a very favorable energy for what's coming up for you guys this week. All right, let's pull some letters. So sometimes this spells people's names, spells words, location. But these are things to keep in mind this week with the letters. All right. We have an A, a T, and... Oh, we had fart. Okay, sorry. I'm like a 5-year-old. I'm sorry. My daughter's 5, so she would laugh too. All right, we'll go with R and F. But anyways, A-R-T-F. Or maybe that's more like a 12-year-old boy, not a 5-year-old. Anyways, let's see what else for your charms. So releasing some gas this week. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. All right, and for charms. Woo, you guys had another little tarot spread. So we have judgment. So some epiphanies could be going on, some awakening, some realizations coming on this week. We have the 8 of Wands, which is fast moving forwards, fast change and communication. And then the moon. So some things could be coming to light. You could be working through some fears here. Some things could be illuminated, but also being very tapped into your intuition this week. And we have the Lovers. You guys, again, had the locket. So there could be also a nod to Gemini here as well. But there could be a chance, again, for soulmate kind of energy coming in for you guys. And it's also about choices. We have this flamingo. So I love flamingos so much. It kind of reminds me like to be your unique self, even if it maybe looks kind of awkward to somebody else. It can be really beautiful. So stand in your uniqueness. This is very self-care kind of. It's very kind of reminiscent of the stargazing though. So it's like taking these moments to just appreciate where you've been and where you're going. We have the white rabbit, but this little one always reminds me of like Some Bunny Loves You, because I had a sweatshirt like that when I was like 8, and I think I bring that up every time, but it's a fun memory for me, and I loved that stinking sweatshirt for whatever reason. Anywho, but for some of you guys, I've never thought about it this way, but she's holding on to this little carrot, right? And sometimes we have like things in life that are like dangling a carrot in front of us and we never seem to get the carrot. You guys are going to be getting the carrot this week. Like it's like you're getting a reward for some hard work. Like you've been trudging along for so long, you finally grab that carrot. Also, like anytime there's a rabbit, I always think of rabbit holes, like going down rabbit holes of information, learning some new things, that way. And also rabbits can represent fertility. We did have Empress, so just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to freak anybody else, just keep it in mind. We have the Deer. So there could be something that kind of surprises you this week. I always think of Deer are like skittish and run off, but so they're just very like aware of any little thing that could be wrong. But I don't know. It just always gives me like this surprise kind of feeling when I get the Deer. Or being also stunned about something like, you know, like deer in headlights. With this little angel wing, I feel like you guys are divinely guided. Pay attention if you see feathers. We have a cat with this marbles. So be playful this week. Also, you're going to be like rummaging through your thoughts, some old thoughts here with this. And then we have this little princess crown. So feeling a little bit like royalty. I'm hearing treat yourself. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do for yourself, I think this is the week to do it. Maybe splurge a little bit on yourself because again, things are looking very successful. So I'm hearing like get that thing, do that thing, pamper yourself a little bit, treat yourself like royalty. If no one else is doing it, do it for you. But I'm going to hold these up because they usually mean something to you guys too. If you want to take a gander. And there you go, pile 2. So again, no extended, but hopefully this gave you enough insight for your week. And thank you guys so very much for spending your time with me. It's always truly an honor. I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys. Side note, I did start an ASMR channel. It's posted on my community page if you're like that kind of thing. I'm just going to be reading different inspirational cards, possibly doing it's more soft spoken than weird noises, at least as of now. I don't know where I'm going with it. I've had people requesting me to do it, especially more when I'm in my channeled voice. Like I can drop down to that super soothing voice, and I enjoy that as well. So more of soft-spoken kind of that, and I'm going to just be doing inspirational stuff or thought-provoking kind of stuff in a very calm kind of way. So if ASMR is your kind of thing, I'm also going to make sleep sound stuff. Like that's in my pipeline to come out there. So just overall inspiring, relaxing, that kind of vibe, and doing a channel for that because people have been asking me for so long to do that, and so I kind of just figured sure, why not. And so again, if you're interested in that, it's called A Journey in Light ASMR. Right now it doesn't have a lot of followers, so it's hard to find in a search, but if you go to my community page on A Journey in Light and click on the community page, I did a post with a video with my first one if you want to check that out and subscribe. If not, no big deal. It's not for everybody, and I totally get that. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in a future reading, and I hope you have the best week ever. Also, don't forget to like and even just comment with a emoji. That really helps me, and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Hello, my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys picked this really beautiful graphic amazonite. So it has graphite in the amazonite. Palmstone, really big palmstone. All right, so we are going over what you can expect in the week ahead, things that may come up, things to look forward to, possibly some advice about some of those things. I always start with the tarot. If you're new here, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon. I do lots of different videos. Also, if you guys can, drop me an emoji and comments, that really helps me as well. So let's get going with your overall energy for the week. So I always start with tarot there. You guys had the Queen of Summer. It says loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. So that's something to be mindful this week. The Queen of Summer is the Queen of Hearts. You guys had Queen of Cups. Jeez. You have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this is also a very emotionally charged week, in a very loving way, especially with this Two of Summer. It says falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Take that as you will. Two of Cups can also just be about partnerships and just relationships in general. It doesn't have to be completely romantic. But this is a week that you guys may be in the feels, so keep that in mind. And make sure that you're not over giving or people pleasing this week with the Queen of Cups here. She's giving, she's nurturing, but the negative side of that is overgiving. So just be mindful to keep your balance. So anytime we see twos, it's also about keeping a balance in something. So about what you give out, if you give more than yourself and then you're not getting that back, then you find yourself in like resentful kind of situations. But if you're always giving yourself as much or more than what you're giving out, you're never going to feel depleted or feeling like you're giving from an empty cup. So make sure you give to yourself first. But for others of you, I'm not doing an extended love reading for this week because I didn't have time. This is the lovey group. I don't know what's in the rest of the cards. I don't look at them. We'll pull more, but for some of you guys, if you're hoping for some changes or some resolutions in a loving connection, there you go. So there could be an overall tone of love and being in the feels this week for you guys. So that's, some of you guys may be like, yay. Other you guys might be like, ugh. So I don't know. That's on you guys. We have the land between. So this is kind of like being like an in-between phase on where you're going and where you've been, but sometimes it's great to stop and see where you're at. And then you can kind of adjust, like, where do I want to go? So there may be a week that you kind of just feel like you're in the middle of things and you're not quite where you were, but you're not quite where you're going. But the guidance here is to really appreciate and discover this in-between phase. And can you appreciate this where you're at right now, being in the moment, really focusing in on things. We can be very literal with this. So you could be between some projects this week. You could feel like you finished up one thing and you haven't quite started another thing. But again, you can enjoy this in between time and know that, your path to go to the next place is right around the corner. I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold that sneeze in. Didn't work. But I'm hoping I don't sneeze again. I'm typically a double sneezer. Fun fact about me. Annoying fact about me, but I think we're good. Okay. Woo. But you're just know that you're supported though in this in between. So it's not like you're like falling down this, you guys are on this land, you're still being supported. It might be a little up in the air. So there might be some uncertainties about where you're going. I'm hearing like lean into that and be excited about the unknowing versus the scared about the unknowing. I get that sometimes that's a big ask, but that's the advice with that. Next, you guys have lighten your load. So if you've been carrying too much, if you've been pouring into others too much, that was coming up, this may be a chance to allow other people to help you. Sometimes, and I'm just going to call myself out here, we have a tendency to feel like no one helps us, but then when someone tries to help us, we don't like how they do it. So this is a chance to, get out of that vibe of, well, my way is the only right way, so I have to do it myself because no one does it right. Well, maybe this is a chance to work with someone to show them, hopefully, or be a less stringent about the outcome and appreciate the assistance and allowing people. So this is also about allowing people to help you and asking for help when you need it and not feel like you have to do it all yourself. I know sometimes some of us are in situations where we don't have help and we do have to do it all ourselves. But if you can, at least then take the stress of perfection off your own plate. Whatever you're putting, like sometimes, not only do we have a lot going on and we don't have help, then we add in the stress of guilt or not doing enough or this or this or this. At least lighten that. Those are the things you can control. You might not be able to control the situation. You might not have help. You might not. I get it. Like, I can't just assume everything's, oh, yay, hunky-dory. You have a bajillion people that want to help you. However, if you do ask, if you don't beat yourself up in the process. That you can control. You can control your thoughts about it and how much pressure you put on yourself. Do what you can do and just accept that it might not be perfect. It might not get all done right now, but that's okay. You're doing your best, and at least take the guilt off your shoulders this week. All right. Next you guys had, what is this? Oh, create and express. I love these cards, but sometimes it's hard to read. Create and express. So that you're also being guided to lean into creative energies, listening to your heart, anything that's creative. Some of you guys could be actually doing some music stuff, even going out and having fun watching someone else. If you're not creative, enjoy someone else's creative process. But creativity looks differently to everyone, but allowing yourself to do that and expressing yourself in a beautiful way. Again, looks different for everybody. But, you know, even if it's just dancing alone in your living room to shake up some energy and have some fun, just really leaning into that, because that energy is like really here for you guys. Let's see, what did I want to pull next? We have meditate. So try to take some moments this week, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to meditate. Really just sink in and allow yourself just to clear your mind. I know that that's not the easiest thing for everybody. Meditation is a practice for a reason, because it's not something that you are supposed to get. Like, I mean, some people do, but it does take time. And then there are great anyone that meditates on a regular basis, you can ask them, are all your meditations great? And they'll be like, no. I have sometimes the most profound 45-minute meditations, and some days I can't even get there for 5 minutes, but I always try. I always allow myself those moments because I'm much better for it. And even like just a little bit of clearing can change your energy so much. And the meditation can also look different for everybody. It isn't always just sitting there in Lotus, zoning out. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes people need to move or go for a walking meditation. I tend to, when I'm vacuuming or doing the dishes, I can get in that kind of zoned out where things are just flowing and I'm not being intentional about it. Those are also forms of meditation. I have a friend that does arts and crafts, and that's her form of meditation. So find what works for you, and kind of just like lose yourself a little bit this week, in that. And that might also be where your answers are. They say praying is us talking to God, and meditating is God answering back, or your guides, angels, the universe, whatever word you want to use. Your inner knowing, talking back to you. If you don't believe in big stuff out there, no big deal. Next, you guys have, surprise, in a way you wouldn't expect. A gift from the universe, intense twist of fate, eclipse news. Well, expect some sort of good news this week, some sort of surprise. It's, I don't think this is like, I found a quarter on the floor. This is like some intense surprise, but I feel really good, especially with like the sun here. It's hopefully like a really good surprise for you guys, but surprise, something interesting is going to happen for you guys this week that hopefully is exciting and good news. Yeah, twist of fate. Wow, okay. I'm curious. All right, next you guys have the snake. So still learning all these. So there is, with this card, hopefully this isn't attached to this surprise. Let's separate those. But this card is about betrayal, manipulation, a snake in the grass. So just keep an eye out, making sure all the information, because this is snakes kind of talking in this woman's ear. Like, make sure that you're taking some people's information with a grain of salt, because there might be another intention behind it. So just don't be quick to jump on what someone tells you this week. And even though they might not be intentionally trying to cause an issue, there might just be something along the lines of whatever information is coming in isn't truthful, regardless if it came from them or somebody else and they thought it was, regardless of the intent. Just be mindful. Take everything with a grain of salt. It's kind of like the advice with that. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I pull them and I'm honest. So I'm like, okay, I can't cherry pick my cards, and that came out. So just to keep a reminder that there may be someone that may be a little dishonest this week. So just no need to call them out. Just take some caution. You guys have, this is a sign. So, look for the signs this week. If you've been waiting on a sign, if you ask the universe for, I need some sort of sign if I'm supposed to do this, this is your sign. Or just pay attention to signs, or this is a good week to ask for signs, for answers. So sometimes when you're asking for a sign, I like to say give the universe an option. If you need guidance on which way you should go, or some input for your highest good, is usually how I approach it. I'll say, okay, I'm trying to decide between these two things. If this is in my highest good, please let me see a purple elephant with pink spots. And if this other option is my highest good, let me see a blue rhinoceros with a red horn. I don't know, just something that you wouldn't normally see, right? You don't have to get that crazy with it, but giving the universe, again, it's always going to be your choice because you have free will. But so, you know, I always say within my highest good of this goal I'm trying to reach, what would be the best option to get there? So it's still my choice, but they are helping me. So you can ask for signs this week, but pay attention because you will be getting signs. Then you guys have your mindful message for this week is my own energy. I love being there for friends and family while staying true to myself. This is that Queen of Cups energy. I don't let others' energy or mood affect my own. To help a friend in a hole, I don't need to jump in the hole with them. Simply reach out a hand and it's up to them to do the rest. So this is also where you can't always save everyone, even if you have a huge heart, even if you want to, even if you want to save people from themselves. Sometimes, you know, you can offer support, but it's their job to take it and you can't beat yourself up if they don't. So there's that. All right, I'm going to pull, I forgot to pull love before I started this, so I'm going to shuffle these and pull some love. What's going on with love this week for you guys? I mean, you guys already had the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, so it feels like a loving overtone. Let's see what else, and then we'll pull letters and charms. Let's see. Woo, we had a flipper. We have memories. That's so weird. It was there when I split it, and I was like, oh. So memories. So things from the past could be coming up this week, possibly around love or finding old, you know, photos, going through, being nostalgic, someone else looking at your pictures, or someone's like, hey, do you remember this time? I feel like this is very like nostalgic kind of energy coming in around love. And you guys have healing. So this is your heart healing. There could be some relationships healing. Again, in this Two of Cups, it says forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. So some healing going on possibly between your heart and another around love this week. So, all right, let's do letters and charms real quick. Ooh. All right, let's see. So I always start with the zodiac dice. So this could be someone that you're dealing with heavily this week. This could be your sign or the energy of this sign. So we had Virgo. As I'm recording this, it's right around the new moon in Virgo. So depending on when you watch it, this energy is here. You could be dealing with someone that's a Virgo as well. So lots of just kind of being in order, and routines and stuff are going to be important this week. And then 11, which is ruled by the house, or the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, surrounds technology. Surprises can come in with Aquarius, some things you weren't expecting. So something unexpected is definitely going on for you guys this week. I'm also feeling like this snake, I just got this message for some of you guys. There might be something that's exciting and fun that pops up for you. You may have a naysayer in your life that isn't happy for you, that isn't clapping for you. It's kind of your way to really see, like, is this person really my friend? Do they really have my back? Or are they kind of in a lower vibrational energy where I don't want to be? So that message came in for somebody. So if you do have something really great happen for you, pay attention to those who clap for you or those that don't, because you might have someone that is more jealous of you versus actually being your friend. So either approach that with them or do what you need to do about that connection. All right, so for your letters, we have S-A-Y-F-U, say F-U to somebody, and Q-T, quality time. I know this spells lots of stuff, so don't worry, but that just pops up. So yeah, S-A-Y-F-U, Q, and T, so this could be someone's initials. Obviously, it spells some words. Feel free to make, whatever words you want out of that. If you want to leave any that you see in the comments, that's always fine too. But this also could be locations or things like that. I'll mix them up because I know when they're like set a certain way, sometimes you can't see the other thing. FSU for Florida people. I don't know. Lots of things that could be coming up for you guys. My friend Ashley that went to FSU. If you're watching, there you go, Pookie. Okay. All right, let's see. What else? Oh, I hope she watches pile 3. That'll be so fun. All right, let's see. What charms for pile 3? Okay, oh, you guys have another sign. We have Aquarius again. So again, some sort of surprise. And the star, which is the Aquarius. So you could also be dealing with an Aquarius this week. Also, some healing is associated with the 11th house. Judgment here. So things coming back to life this week. Some renewal. We did have this memory kind of card and this resolution. So things could be, again, being brought back to life. Here we have this air balloon, which always reminds me of Circle Survive. If you listen to that band, you know which album cover I'm talking about. But this also just feels like, allowing yourself to go up, up, and away, to dream big, to get lost in the clouds, get lost in your thoughts. We do have Alice, so maybe you could be going down some rabbit holes this week. We have Friend. So something around friends. Again, be mindful of some of your friends. You guys, if you watch me for a while, I'm like the kindest, nicest person, and I'm not like try to give too many warnings, but it is here. So, but friend, we do have this horseshoe here. There's a chance for luck. We have a little engagement ring. So for someone could be taking a relationship to the next level, which I think was making a serious commitment to someone this week. So some of you guys could be actually getting engaged or, having a renewal of love or moving up the next step in love. We have this little constellation of the rabbit or the Lepus constellation. So a little nod to star seeds because I have a personal connection to Lepus, but overall, this rabbit kind of energy, so fast moving energy kind of coming in. We have hugs, so you could be getting some really good hugs this week as well. You could be dealing with someone named Alice. Time also could be of importance with Alice here. I always think of the white rabbit with not enough time, but things just moving quickly this week, like faster. This could be like a really fast week for you. So I'll let you guys look at those. Sometimes they have another meaning for you. And there you go. So thank you guys for being here with me. If you like this, please subscribe, comment, even if it's just an emoji. That does help me out, and I appreciate that. I've also started an ASMR channel if you like that kind of thing. If you don't, no worries. It's more, I'm doing like a soft-spoken reading of inspirational cards, inspirational books. I might go over crystal stuff. It's probably going to change all the time, but along still spiritual, high vibe kind of information, and a soft spoken kind of word, for calming. I also may make some sleep music videos and stuff like that with tranquil sounds, things like that you can sleep through, that just loop through. But it's all about relaxation and just kind of getting people to like a Zen kind of vibe. And that is the goal of that. And I've been asked for years to do an ASMR thing because some people for some reason really like my voice. I don't know. I almost didn't start this channel because I'm so mean to myself about everything, and that was one of my things. So was my voice is weird. But some people seem to like it. So I started that finally. Still not sure, getting all the kinks out and getting used to it. But if you're into that, if you go to my community page, you'll see a post. If you try to search for it by name, it's not big enough yet I haven't been able to pull it up, and it's mine. But it's A Journey in Light ASMR. And there's a little picture of me. It's kind of like a collage-y picture of me, but my face versus just the sunrise over the water that I have on my main channel. But feel free to check that out if you're interested. But if you go to my community page, I've shared one of my first video. It's the only one I've done at the time I'm recording this right now. But I'm going to be putting, short videos out for now, just kind of building that up, and then do those longer sleep music videos and stuff like that. Again, just for total relaxation. If you go over there and you have ideas of what you would like to see, if you do like ASMR, or if you even want to comment here on things that you would like to see on my ASMR channel, I'm always open to suggestions because, again, it's still new, and this was, again, suggested by viewers. So that's what I'm doing. And I challenge myself, and it's something that makes me nervous, but here I am doing it. So, all right, guys, thank you again so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. So have a good one. Bye.